You're so short.
I am. You're taller than me. Oh. How's it going?
I like my shirt.
It's Van going.
It's on theme.
On theme.
Hi, everybody. Or nobody.
Or everyone.
Today, I embraced my inner Van Gogh and painted my very own Starry Night.
Ooh, look at you go.
I really like my cypress tree. My wind swirls could use some work.
I like it. I think you did a good job. I guess we'll just have to hang it next to the other Van Goghs that we have.
It needs to go somewhere else. Adjacent to the real Van Gogh.
Van Gogh adjacent?
Yeah. I like my cypress tree, though, a lot. It looks like a plant about to bloom.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And my little chapel.
Thought you did a great job.
I missed a spot.
Glad y'all had fun. Glad you had lots of fun.
Yeah. Hanging out with my senior citizens.
Was it the senior citizen class again?
Yeah.
Y'all are so funny. I mean, it tracks, but y'all are so funny.
Oh. So Carson goes to the senior classes more than me. And in Art Factory, they have like an art show on the wall right now. And it's a senior art show. And some of the ladies asked her where her piece was. We're not seniors yet.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, I didn't know, though. I didn't go look at everybody's work. But everyone did amazing on their Van Gogh today.
Van Gogh.
No one tried to throw theirs away like last time.
Well, that's good. I'm glad y'all had a good time.
I'm happy with it.
Oh, good.
I might throw my other ones away, but I'm keeping this one.
All right, everyone.
What I did today.
Yep. Welcome to Between the Gutters.
This gutter.
Is that what we're called? Is that what this one's? Between the Gutters? Yeah. Between the Gutters. So, does my comic have gut? Your comic probably has gut. See, all the white space between the panels, that's a gutter. That's a comic gutter.
Instead of between the panels, it's between the gutters.
Between the gutters. That's right. That's what's.
But the gutter's what's in between, so.
That's right. So it's these. It's between the gutters. It's actually the art panels themselves. These are the gutters. So it's between the gutters. See? The white space is the gutters. That's what we do. We talk about everything. All kind of gutters. Pick a gutter. Home gutter.
Do you want to go in the gutter?
Gutter. What?
Would you like to go to the gutter?
I don't know. It seems kind of... Is that the dump?
The gutter over there is kind of full of leaves right now.
Oh, you're talking about between the homes. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. That needs to be cleaned out, but I got to do other things first.
So, what's going on this week?
Books. We read some stuff. We're going to talk about some of our favorite stuff that we read this week, I think.
I read a lot this week.
I mean, I've read a lot of single issues. I'm really going to talk about one, and then I reread Spider-Man Life Story. That's
Riding in Cars.
That's going to be a Riding in Cars this Sunday. We'll go up, post it on Sunday. Good times by how I did get a new wedding band this week.
Am I driving?
No. That was weird the time that you drove and we did one. I don't know if I like it or not.
That was like 3 episodes I had to drive for.
My poor Blazer.
Make you do all the talking.
Got a new wedding band this week. That was what I did.
He doesn't match me anymore.
I did do a Lego this week, but she didn't bring that up. I did a Sega.
It's not my responsibility to do your show and tell. My show and tell is right here.
Show my toe. All right, you go. You have 2 books over there, so.
So, rabbit hole number 1. Lots of rabbit holes have been happening with me lately, if you didn't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of squirreling going on in this house right now by this one. But this says...
This is not related to the Teen Titans necessarily. In a roundabout way, it kind of is.
So in the older comics, They do it sometimes in the new one where you would read a comic and then it would say editor's note. Follow along with this issue to figure out what happened here. Well, she's been doing that.
Okay, what happened was
she'll get to a book that has nothing to do with anything, and it goes, "Well, who's Yara Flor?" I'm like, "Well, it's Wonder Girl."
No, I knew who she was.
I know that, but I mean, it's like, what's the
okay? This is unrelated to that rabbit hole. That rabbit hole you're speaking of is when I was reading Cheetah in Cheshire, and it said "as seen in Absolute Power." Yes. So I read Absolute Power, but before I read. Or after I read Absolute Power, I was like, oh, I need to read Suicide Squad Dream Team to know what led into Absolute Power. So I read Suicide Squad Dream Team. I read Absolute Power. I read Cheetah in Cheshire.
Cheetah in Cheshire is awesome. Did we do a riding in car? We haven't done a riding in car.
That was all last month. Then
we need to do a riding in cars with that. That book is awesome.
Then I wanted to read Stephanie Williams's Nubia. We don't own a physical copy for some reason.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So I had to go dig out the single issues.
Oh my God, your life's hard. Your life's hard.
And read it.
If people ever watch this, they're like, how in the world does Philip not own a
We have the singles, but they're okay. They're in the bottom box. Actually, that was a Wonder Girl. Anyways, so I read the first volume of Stephanie Williams' Nubia. And then after I read that, issue 6 was part 2 of the Trial of Amazons. So I had to go back and read the Trial of Amazons because I missed part 1. And then after I read the Trial of Amazons, I was like, I want to read more about Wonder Girl. So I did some digging in the garage and found 1 through 6 of Wonder Girl. And the annual. He was missing number 7.
I don't understand how I'm missing 7. I don't understand.
I know all about Yara Flor.
She's awesome.
She's beautiful. She's Brazilian.
She's the attitude. I love the attitude.
So things happen really fast in this series. I think my only strife is I feel like we didn't get enough of her backstory to figure out why she was an Amazon.
Yeah, I mean,
we briefly get it in like issue 5. Like, you're like, what the heck is happening?
She's the Amazon. Move on.
But I wanted more of this guy. We do get it more, like closure of their story in the annual, so I'm glad the annual happened. I really want to know more about him. I want it to be a love story, of course.
Of course. And it's just not going to be a love story.
So I read this.
She's Wonder Girl.
And then this is your fault. When I was reading Trial of the Amazons, if you didn't know, Hippolyta gets killed by one of her very own, and it was Artemis. And they did a one-shot called Artemis Wanted, and he said, hey, you should read that.
I mean, you just read Artemis Wanted is how you finally figure out why why Hippolyta was killed.
Yeah, it was a very good book. And the other 2 Wonder Girls, not Yara, were in it looking for Artemis. And I love seeing Cass and is it Cassie?
Cassie. What's Cass?
And Donna working together to find Artemis. That was fun. She's not in it.
No.
But I would love a book of Yara, Cassie, and Donna.
Yeah, it's called Tom King's Wonder Woman.
Okay.
The whole first king of the America is them 3 together, and it is phenomenal.
So after I read Wonder Girl and read Artemis Wanted, I started Nubia Volume 2, and I made it through the Coronation Special and issue 1, so I think I have 3 more to go. So that's what I've been reading.
Look at you reading all these comics.
Oh my gosh, it's I feel like I read something and then I have to go backtrack because I'm like, oh, I missed something.
Most people just move on, and you're like going on. It's pretty impressive, actually. It's pretty impressive that you're going back and reading I mean, it's not old stuff, but some of the stuff's been out like Wonder Girl.
2022.
Yeah, like this is like 4 years now, right?
So I had to
2021. So this is 40.
I had to get a free trial of DC Infinite to read issue 7.
Don't forget to cancel. You'll get charged.
I might actually use it because it's got all the statics on there. It's got all the Nightwings on there. You're gonna get so sick of me.
I'm not getting sick of anybody. I want people to read comics. It's what I do. It's what I tell people.
But I'm going down the rabbit holes that you're like, what?
Sure. Right. You're going down some weird rabbit holes, and I'm like, just go read Tom Taylor's Nightwing.
I'm not there yet. I am not there yet. I'm a completionist at heart, and I'm starting from the beginning.
So you read Wonder. What did you think of Wonder Girl? What did you think of Yar? Talk about the book. Like
I talked about it.
No, but talk about what happened in this book, right? Like,
so she goes back to Brazil. She lives in like Iowa or something. I don't remember. She goes back to Brazil, and for some reason, the Amazons are like triggered. Something is going on.
Show that page.
This page is amazing. Sorry, I can't see the camera. So she goes back to Brazil, her hometown, and then kind of figures out that people are after her in a roundabout way. So the gods want her, and also the Amazonians are like, Amazonians?
Sure. Yes.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's the Amazonians.
So it's like she's getting pulled in two different directions of going back to her tribe with the Amazons, which is called something I can't pronounce.
It's all right.
Or be with the gods. And of course, Eros shoots her with his arrow and makes her fall in love with him.
Right.
And but really, I think she likes this guy.
What?
Yeah.
The creative team on this book is awesome.
Joelle Jones.
Yes.
Just look how freaking pretty she is.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I just feel like there was some things that I would have liked more information because I don't know a lot about her backstory.
Well, I think that's the whole point of this. Like you're learning and you want more, so that's the way they wrote it. They wrote it. You want more, so she could come back, right? Like you got just as much as everyone else got.
Okay. So I was reading the single issues, and so I had to go read issue 7 on DC Infinite or whatever it's called.
Right.
So I downloaded like the trade paperback version, and the beginning of that is not this. It's like a few pages from another book, and that gave me context. So that was missing when I was reading the singles.
What book was it from?
I don't remember.
It might have been from a free comic book day book. Or
Maybe,
something.
but that I didn't know. So I did go back and read that. The start of the trade was from something else. And it's her and her aunt that she lives with.
Right.
Like, hey, I don't think you should go to Brazil. It's not blah, blah, blah. So that was important context. And then...
Yeah, I thought Joelle Jones did both. She wrote and drew, yeah.
Yeah. And then the annual was very, very important. Much needed, which I forgot to dig out of the boxes.
Man, it's some really cool variant covers on this book.
Yeah. So overall, I enjoyed it. I just wanted a little bit more. You're really thrown in there because she just gets abducted right from the get-go. Well, but that freaking page, I can't believe it.
The 2-page spread?
Yeah, so she goes to Mount Olympus for her training, and Bana Migdal is one of the tribes. What is her tribe called?
I don't know.
I can't pronounce it.
Well, then, yeah. I don't know. I can't remember it. Stuff like that. I'm not very good at.
Oh, and there's flashbacks of her with when she's young with Diana to give you a little context. And then you randomly get this page that's sideways.
Is that all the queens of the tribes?
This is in Mount Olympus.
Right.
And then the mascara and the Benedict dog.
Yeah. So that's the tribe she's from.
No, it's
No.
not. No, it's
Okay. Okay. I'm just asking. I don't remember.
She's from the one in Brazil.
Ooh, Deceased is coming out. God, it's hard to believe that some of that stuff was 2021.
Yeah. Of course, it doesn't have a lot about her tribe in issue 1.
Right.
She's from this tribe. This one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But this page is amazing.
Yep, it is.
Of course.
Think about it. Someone actually owns the original art to that.
Dick and Haley. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Where you're caught up on all the Wonder Kids.
No, I'm still reading Nubia.
Oh, the second volume?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
After she's queen. After Hippolyta's dead.
Dead. Live again. Dead.
Yeah.
All right. So I've read, like I said, I've read a bunch of single issues. Symbi came out this week, which is the symbiote that originally started Amazing Spider-Man. And for some reason, as much as I hate Venom and all the symbiotes, I like Symbi. He's just funny. He's just funny. So that came out. Jeff came out. But the favorite thing I read this week, and I think it's because it was such a surprise that I sat down and I read this, and I'm like, wait, what? Was Witness Point. It's got Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion kind of helped come up with the concept. So it's a character created by Nathan Fillion, Heath Corson, and Sue Lee. So it's got Sue Lee art, and that means
it's beautiful.
The art's beautiful. She'll show you some in a minute when she gets ready to get there. What?
Do I show the clown?
Sure. And it's so basically, its book starts off with someone gets killed. And he's a small town sheriff that's trying to figure out, and he's like, well, crap. And he's just methodical. It's basically Nathan Fillion as a small town sheriff.
If you watch The Rookie, I feel like that really inspired this.
Yeah, like he's not drawn like him, but a lot of it is. So the premise of this book is that people will go into the witness protection and they go to this town.
So a bunch of witness protection.
There was a lazy agent. So a lazy agent just sent people to this one town. And so now someone is dead. And the person that's dead was actually looking for one of the people in witness protection. So he was kind of like a bad guy. So there's all these people who could have killed him.
There's a tiger loose on the football field.
And there's a whole circus theme going on this, and there's all
clowns.
Like there's going to be like massive drama in this because the small town sheriff is evidently sleeping with a lady that's married. Also,
his name is Kite. Sheriff Carter Calhoun. Everyone calls me Kite.
Like I got to the end of this book, and I was sitting there going, "Why was this so good?" Like it was really good. I enjoyed everything. Like the art in it's great. The writing style is great. Now I will say that Nathan Fillion's name is not listed as the writer on this book. He's only listed at the top as a creator. Right? Yeah. Witness Point is created by Nathan Fillion, Heath Corson, and Sue Lee. The script is by Heath Corson. The art and colors by Sue Lee. And so he just kind of helped come up with the idea. He probably pitched the idea and then they wrote it. But this book is great. You read it. What did you think?
Yeah, it was good. It was very interesting. There's these 3 student reporters that are literally everywhere and asking all these questions.
So they're really the only newspaper in town, in this small town, because other things have happened. And they hear things.
The clown and the dead body. The clown's just chilling.
Yeah, the clown is...
The coroner is from the next town over or something.
Yeah. The whole thing, It's just a small town sheriff murder. I guess murder mystery is really what it is. But there's a few.
And you get is she CIA?
She's part of the FBI, I think. Still part of that agency.
Chicago office.
Yeah, the Chicago office of
Deputy Marshal.
Yeah.
So she comes and she's going to help him with this case.
Because she calls and was like, "Hey, one of your agents is dead," and they're like, "What agent?"
Yeah,
That's
so that's not who he actually was.
Yeah. So lots of spoiler alerts in here, but
it's very wordy, but it's a lot of.
I'm not giving you the script of this but the script is amazing. Like it's all done so well, and I got to the end, and I'm like, I just want to know what happens now. Like I'm in, just in.
And the detective Kite, sorry, I don't know where to point, is the narrator.
Yes. So the Witness Point 2 comes out in August. So it's like every 6 weeks or something. So it's a while away.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, it was great. I highly suggest you pick up Witness Point. It was my favorite book that I read this week, and I read a lot of good stuff. It's just really good.
Was that your initial pick of the week?
Yeah. After I read it, it was.
No, what did you pick at the comic shop as your pick of the week?
It was this because I read it early.
Oh, okay.
This was one of the first books I read this week. Was this, and it was like book number 2 or 3 that I read this week. I think I read Simbi, Jeff. What was the new
Breakout.
Mark Miller?
Starcrossed,
which is a sequel to. I can't remember. It was another Mark Miller book. It was a sequel to with two female thieves.
That narrows it down.
Well, it does if you know Mark Miller stuff. I just can't remember right now.
I don't know.
And then Witness Point. So Witness Point was actually my pick of the week by a long shot. Mask 2 came out. That was fine. I enjoy it.
I haven't read Firestorm yet. But I read Barbara Gordon.
Firestorm. This issue of Firestorm, which is issue 4, I think, was amazing. They tied in a bunch of I'm not spoiling. I promise I'm not spoiling anything because they tied in some other groups to what's going on with the Firestorm Matrix.
You're telling me too much.
No, I'm not, because you don't know what I'm talking about. It was. I love where they're going with Firestorm. I love where they're going with Firestorm. Probably would have been my pick of the week if Witness Point had to come out.
I like Barbara Gordon in the
Breakout.
Yeah, how the stories were parallel, like her being in prison and then what happened before she went to prison.
Right.
And the overlap was really, really well done. So I think they really opened up the story a lot more.
Yeah. The Breakout's pretty good. I
hadn't read what led up to this, so I don't know.
Well, it was only the Batman. It's the whole everything going on Batman with Vandal Savage being the commissioner.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like.
And all that's got to come to an end once bad seeds happen. So,
my pick of the week was Orion by Ngozi Ukazu, but I haven't read it yet. So maybe I'll talk about that next week.
Okay, let's talk about that.
But something else that I read this week, Heartstopper Volume 6 finally came out. So I read 1 through 6.
You did.
This week.
You did.
And this is a chunky one. So this is the epic conclusion of their love story.
Just in time for the movie on Netflix.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is wonderful. I think it wrapped up perfectly. And
does it have a pretty cover on it, or is it just?
No, it looks like this.
No.
I get the hardcovers just because I get the soft covers from the UK. Okay, got to be different.
I don't blame you. Everyone should get the hardcover.
The US ones are
in color,
splash of color, and the UK ones are in black and white.
The US are blue and white. The UK one's black and white.
Yeah, but Nick's going off to college.
Aww.
So they were dealing with that, and it's like a hug.
I still understand why the main characters ignored most of the series. I just don't understand. It's the weirdest
He
thing.
likes Charlie's sister the most.
She's amazing.
Tori.
Tori is awesome. She's the best character by far in this book.
He hasn't read the book, and he's saying that it's because Heartstopper, the series, came out on Netflix, I think, when I was homebound, and he was working from home, so he accidentally watched it with me.
Accidentally, yeah.
Accidentally
I got
watched
sucked
it.
into that.
Yeah. We need to have tea. I'm thirsty from all this talking. And Watson's right on time. Like, he always starts yelling at us.
He does.
Okay.
So we want to do FOC. Talk about FOC first.
Sure, love. What is on FOC this week?
So everyone, the big book on FOC this week is You okay with your have earthquake? Is Amazing Spider-Man 1000.
There's 1,000 covers.
I think there was 26 covers. There's 2 main covers, and then the artist who did the main covers also did a variant cover. And once again, they're all $10 a piece. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. But it's going to be a big book. It's Amazing Spider-Man 1000.
How many pages is it?
Oh, it's got to be thick. But even if it, I remember when Action Comics 1000 came out and Detective 1000 came out, those books were huge. Like, because people would come in and buy the books that don't even read comics, right? Because it is the 1000th issue, and I think it's going to be the same way on this. And so,
how many covers did you order?
I think it was 3. I ordered 3. I ordered the both main covers, and then I ordered, what was the other cover that I ordered? I can't remember.
There was a way.
If only there was a way for me to know what cover I ordered. It was the J. Scott Campbell. Yeah.
That's my favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, this J. Scott Campbell one is cool. So I ordered J. Scott Campbell one, and then I ordered the 2 main covers on that. So I only ordered 3, which is really good for me. I talked to Bill today, and I said there's all these covers, but I probably cut a whole bunch back. And I said it's really easy to cut back when there's not a whole bunch of pretty ladies on the cover.
Right, there isn't.
Because it's Spider-Man.
They didn't do variants like that.
No.
They just...
Yeah.
It's all Spider-Man.
It's all Spider-Man all the time.
All the time.
That's the big one. So if you want the cover you want, go out to prhcomics.com, look at the covers, and get the order into your comic shop by Sunday by 6. So they can place your orders. Because once they place orders Monday morning, that's what they're going to have. And if you miss a cover that you want, it's just going to be hard to get. But so do it. But that was the big one.
Your FOC is big.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always
your initial
big.
Pass is big.
My initial pass is big. What was something else that was big this week? Oh, there was for X-Men. There was a really cool Magic cover.
Oh, it was like 80s.
It was an 80s. It's an 80s vibe.
And so her sword is the guitar.
It's so good.
So good.
Yeah. So there's really a bunch of cool stuff on FOC this week, but Amazing Spider-Man's the big one. On the DC side, I think Absolute Green Lantern was probably, to me, the big thing. Oh, Batman. Batman was on there too. We get the new Alfred.
Oh, yeah.
So Batman number 11, I think, 10, 11 is on FOC this week, and it's the new Alfred. So if you want to get in on who's going to be Batman's new Alfred, now's the time, because it's coming. It's coming in this issue. So.
All right.
Lots of good stuff.
Are you ready?
Sure.
For our question of the week.
What's the question of the week?
It's more... Okay. So briefly this week, we're talking about... This is always going to lead back to Batman for some reason.
All roads lead back to Batman. And Batman.
We're talking about Batman, and he was created in what, the 40s?
1939.
Okay, close enough.
39.
And if he was written today, created today, he is written today. If he was created today, why he wouldn't be successful? So why do you think Batman would not be successful if he was created today?
I think I think it would be hard, right? So with the way our world is today and the way a lot of people are looking at like billionaires and millionaires and how they control everything, and the thought of billionaires and millionaires for most people is not a really good thought, right?
They
Because
shouldn't exist.
they shouldn't exist. Like nobody should be making that kind of money when people can't afford lots of stuff, right? When
People
anyway,
are starving.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole. So coming out with a character that was basically in today, if you started writing the current Batman like he originally came out or made it into, he was a billionaire. And so I don't think it would fly as well, which is why I think currently when they redid the absolute Batman, he's not rich. He's just some big bulky guy that goes around and beats up people.
Do you think that plays into why Absolute Batman is so successful?
Yeah, I think it does for right now. Yes. I think a lot of it has to do is because Absolute Batman has a few things going for it, right? Number one, it's got a Batman name, which he acts more like the Punisher than he does Batman, but he got the Batman name. You got a great writer, a great team on it, right? So let's get this right off the bat. The team on that book is amazing. It's well written, but I think a lot of it is there's more relatability to what he's doing versus somebody who's just got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right. And
but the current Batman, it doesn't necessarily focus on
and
money,
they've kind of gotten rid of that, right? So like Batman kind of Bruce kind of in the main Batman kind of lost all his money, but he's still fine.
Yeah.
Right. And then they blew up the manor. So there's no Wayne Manor anymore. Well, I mean, it's been in the Batman book for a couple of issues. It led to Breakout, Barbara Gordon Breakout.
Okay.
So all that was blown up. So you've kind of tempered that back, and we don't really talk about him being rich anymore, right? It's this, we've kind of done the same thing with Tony Stark too. We don't really talk about him being overly rich anymore. He just owns these things, but we ignore like the money part of it because of how the world is.
Yeah.
And so I think it would be hard to come out with playing on like a billionaire doing all this, even though once again, he's doing things for the good. It would just be tough. But I think just looking at the current absolute Batman kind of deters away from that. But I mean, you could still do it. It just wouldn't be the same kind of kickoff because the main Batman is still my favorite Batman. I'm not a huge, and most people who have talked to me know I'm not a huge absolute Batman fan.
You're a detective.
I'm a detective guy, and absolute Batman is not a detective, right? He is he is a brute force human being, which is fine, right? But that's what he is, right? He can punch his way out of any situation. But like my Batman, Bruce, is a detective, which is why I like things like Dark Patterns and Long Halloween and stuff. Those are even the current Batman and detective books. That's what he's doing. That's what he's playing off of. He's not really a superhero, but I mean, once again, you would temper it back, right? Like you could create the character, you would just temper back, like being rich and all that, because he's still smart. But you
he
just
wouldn't have all his Batmobiles and gadgets and stuff.
Yeah,
he wasn't rich.
Correct. I think, and once again,
really his superpower.
Yeah, his two superpowers is he's rich and he's smart.
Yeah,
and that's I relate to the smart piece, not necessarily the rich piece, but but I think in like Absolute Batman, yeah, he has some gadgets, but he doesn't really have any gadgets he deals with. He just has a costume and he's made some really cool stuff, and I think that's a piece of it.
So do you think there are any other characters, DC or otherwise, that if they were created today wouldn't be as successful as they were?
I mean, once again, it just all depends on the right. Like I think creating new characters overall is hard,
Yeah,
right?
especially now with there's so many.
Because there's so many, and to create new ones, and people to get like they'll get hot for a while, and then you have speculators, and then it drops off, and no one cares anymore. And then there's certain characters to me that is thought of more in the grand scheme of things. But then there's certain characters that I, from a historical standpoint of comics, I think should be more important. Like I feel that Kamala Khan should be, and I know she shows up in a lot of places, but like when you go look for her first appearance, her price tells you that no one cares.
Which is sad because that's a really good book.
Right. And I think that's an important character for an entire group of people.
Mhm.
Right. So, but I mean, that's not really what you asked, but it's
Usually ramble, it's fine.
yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like you, I mean, you can pull off all these characters, they would just be different. And I think Absolute Batman is showing you how Batman would be different if he was truly created today.
Mhm.
And I think that is the one thing that Absolute Batman is showing you, right? Like if you think about it, Absolute Wonder Woman, this Absolute Wonder Woman was raised in hell, but she's still Wonder Woman. At the end of the day, she's really no different than the Diana in the current Wonder Woman. Like she still has the same morals. She's still the same person. Superman is basically the same way. He's just learning how to be Superman because he got here at an older age. The Batmans are completely different, right? Like they're completely different. And I think that's what you're seeing in that sense. Is you're seeing truly the real, because Superman you could create no problem and Wonder Woman's fine. But Batman, I think, is harder, which is why you're seeing Absolute Batman be the way it is. And it's a good indication.
This is a second question, but it's kind of off what you've been talking about. Who would you want to see in the Absolute Universe next?
In the Absolute Universe? I don't know. That's a good one. My favorite thing they've done in the Absolute Universe so far is Absolute Martian Manhunter. So I would like to see something done in that vein versus just the superhero, something like an Absolute Animal Man
Mr. Miracle.
or even like the Absolute New Gods may be interesting, but I don't know how you would do it. Like once again, I'm not a writer. I am sure there's some writer out there. I don't know if you know this or not, but she did not mean to. So Zoe Thorgood, she posts on Twitter a lot, and she's had a rough year.
Yeah. She lost her brother.
She lost her brother, and her brother was a big part of her life. And like a lot of stuff that Zoe writes is basically real life type stuff. And her art's great. I've met Zoe. We've met Zoe. She's a great person and everything. Well, she caused the storm this week by not meaning to at all.
What happened?
She was supposed to be the original writer on Absolute Wonder Woman. And she turned it down because of everything going on. And all she said is how much better, basically, like how great this book was for something that she was supposed to be the writer on. And that's all she said. Like she off the cuff just said it because of everything going on in her life. And she goes to Twitter, and it turned into a thing like people sitting there going like, oh, well, then the writing would have been as good as the art. And it's like, it's freaking Kelly Thompson. Like, what are you talking about? And
people would always have something negative to say.
And so Zoe took down the post because she was like, I didn't even know this many people knew who I was. But she started a story.
People know who you are.
Yes, like absolutely, people. Like she's an important part of this industry. She's a huge part of this industry, regardless if she knows it or not, or regardless if comic people knows it or not. But it was one of those things that happened, and she meant nothing. She wasn't dissing anybody.
She was dissing herself.
I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, like it's kind of what it was, and it was like, okay. But yeah.
You didn't really answer my question.
I still think it would have to be something like an Animal Man. And for me, I would like to see something that is on the edge of like mainstream, but not
I don't
really.
know enough about Animal
I
Man
know.
to even.
Right. But like I don't know. Like we have a Green Lantern.
Mhm.
We have a Catwoman. We have an
Robins.
Arrow. We have Robins. We have Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. So we've got the Power Three, right? We've got the Trinity. And I'm like, we haven't seen, we've got Martian Manhunter, right? So and we've seen like Hawkman, like we haven't seen the Hawk Girl or anything like that. But like I just don't know, like would it make a big
Looking
splash?
at you, Stephanie.
I'm just would it make that big of a splash? So I think I'm so enamored with Absolute Martian Manhunter because it's such an off the wall character.
Hear me out. Absolute Princess Shark.
See, I'm in, right? Like that would be all. Like I think something like that could play well because it could be a different type to this absolute stuff.
Do we get more Princess Shark in anything except for the Supergirl?
It's just the Supergirl stuff.
Because it is such a random thing.
But like, I don't know if an absolute Supergirl would play right now.
Okay, Absolute Princess Shark. That's
so. This is a conversation that I had with someone the other day. Like one of my problems with especially Absolute Batman, once again, the creative team is great. I love them. This is not anything on the team. Team's great, but like they've introduced all the main villains and characters basically in Absolute Batman
in 20 issues
and 24 issues. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, that like flushes it's flushing everything. It's fleshing everything out like really quick instead of a slow roll for what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And it seems interesting. It just seems an interesting concept to me. But I do like now that Absolute Martian Manhunter is gone, Absolute Wonder Woman is back to would be my favorite absolute book. Green Lantern is probably second. I thoroughly enjoyed that. But like I don't know if I'd want to see like an absolute Supergirl because I think you're still got to play out like Superman, right? So I would think like Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing would be an excellent absolute Swamp Thing.
There's your answer. You finally found it.
Absolute Swamp Thing would be to me phenomenal. Like that would be so well done, and then you could tie in like the green because both universes are tied to each other because of Darkseid, and then you could tie the green in between the Earths too, right? And Animal Man gives you the red, but that's all.
So I haven't read Absolute Wonder Woman. Did any of the Wonder Girls show up? Like the Robins showed up in Batman?
No. Wait, that's what I'm saying. Everything's been a slow roll everywhere else except Batman. Because one of the things in Absolute Batman they played off early, like all the people who became villains in the regular Batman book, they grew up together in Absolute Universe. So like Harvey Dent and all that, they all grew up together. It wasn't they knew each other later. Even Selena, they all grew up together.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of like one of the YA books that I read.
They're all in high school. They're all in high school.
They're all in high school
together. That's
Gotham's not that big of a town.
It's not, but but it still plays out. It still plays out differently than that. So
I'll try to have a non-DC related question next week.
We could talk about that like all day long. Like it's like I like a bunch of stuff, but it's I think Absolute Green Lantern is one of the best sci-fi books out there. I read it every week. I really don't know what the hell's going on in this book, but it's sci-fi related and it's great. Like I get to the end of the book, I'm like, this is great, but they're still putting.
Joe? Who's the Green Lantern?
Yeah.
It's Joe?
Yeah.
Sojourner?
Yeah.
Mullen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I call her Joe.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway. It's a bunch of cool stuff. Hey, I got this cool outfit collection. See there. It was damaged. Damaged.
I'm going to go finish Life Story so we can record our...
Yep. So join us Sunday for a Life Story, 4 p.m.
Riding in Cars.
Spider-Man, Life Story. And
I
then,
have some thoughts.
I should be good. I love Life Story. And then we'll be back with more cool stuff next week and more gadgets, maybe more Legos. I just made a giant Lego order. Some
All
of them
right.
will be on the next
So I've done like 3 show and tells. It's your turn.
one. Fine,
Next
I'll
week.
do a show and tell. I got a couple of things I can show. Look at me.
There's always something to do.
Show and tell. Here's my wife. All right, everybody.
And that's my cue.
I'm gonna go get a snack. All right, join us again next week. Come back Sunday after 4 for riding in cars. Are we live again next week, Friday? I think so. I think we still have a couple more weeks live before we have to start thinking about recording stuff.
That's so sad.
It is. I like doing the live stuff. It makes life easier.
Let us know if you have any questions
Yes.
you want him to discuss, because I just pulled this one out of my butt.
I can discuss anything. Yep. And we have some other shows that we're going to do too, because we want to do a Titans show and a Donna Troy.
Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of glasses of water for that.
All right, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, no. Gotta end.